Hello guys, welcome to the Rising with Soccer, and you're watching with me Vivek. So coming to the last game of the Group F, France versus Germany of Match Day 1. It will be played in Munich. Players to watch out for are Kai Havertz from Germany and N'Golo Kante from France. Basically, N'Golo Kante and Kai Havertz played for Chelsea this season. They both won Champions League final. Kai Havertz scored an amazing goal versus Manchester City to make Chelsea champions, and Kante was uh, absolutely fantastic player all over the pitch. He was tackling, he was intercepting the ball, he was attacking, taking the headers to score the goal, and he was very much instrumental in the whole Champions League journey for Chelsea. So both these players are to look for. Both are at their best, and both will be beaming with confidence going into these Euros. Now, coming to the lineup of France and Germany, first we will go with the France. France is a superstar team. At each position, you will find a similar name, familiar name, which you have heard previously. So, starting with the goalkeeper, Loris will be goalkeeper as usual. Then they will be going with the 4-3-3 formation, as they have been used in Euro qualifiers also. So the fullbacks will be Hernandez and Pavard. Pavard is a very attack-minded player, so he will be mostly joining the attack, and mostly we will see the changing of shape from four defenders to three defenders. Rafael Varane, Real Madrid player, absolutely fantastic player. Jose Mourinho has a lot of praise for this guy. Kipembe plays for PSG. A lot of experience under his belt. He has playing very well for the past 3-4 years, playing Champions League matches. A good centre back with the heading capabilities and strength. Now coming to midfield trio, you can see N'Golo Kante at central defending midfielder position. He can attack, he can defend, he can do whatever he wants. He is beaming with energy, and he can cover all the pitch by himself only. He is like three-man guy. He can cover three people basically. Then we have Paul Pogba from Manchester United, a very explosive player who can take long range shot, who can assist, whose passing and dribbling abilities are second to none. So he will be instrumental again. Then Adrian Rabiot, who play for Juventus, he's a good player. He might be sacrificed in the first game, like Griezmann will be playing in Rabiot's place, and Kingsley Coman will be giving a wing role. But for more defending stability, I have added Rabiot in the team and left Kingsley Coman in the subs. So overall, a good defending trio. So I will not be surprised if Griezmann plays into Rabiot's role, and Griezmann and Kingsley Coman will take Griezmann's position. Then we are coming to attacking trio, that is Mbappe, Benzema, and Griezmann. Mbappe, absolute stunner. He's a clinical finisher of the ball. Like he's been scoring a lot of goals for the past four seasons. AS Monaco, PSG, France, won World Cup with France in 2018. Absolute stunner of the player. Benzema has been instrumental for Real Madrid for the past two seasons since Cristiano Ronaldo left for Juventus. Very reliable striker. He is a very cool-headed in the box, and he can score a lot of goals for France this year. And he has been first time since 2015 he has been called for national France national duties. So we will be able to see his spark in national colors now. And Griezmann from Barcelona, absolutely fantastic player. Dribbling abilities, passing abilities, shooting abilities, everything is at par. He absolutely fantastic player. So looking at the France squad, we cannot say they have a problem in this position or that position. Every player in the France lineup is absolutely phenomenal for their position, and they will be very dangerous in these Euros, basically. Then let's and they mostly will be playing the position-based football because they have creators like Griezmann, Pogba. They can also play direct football with Mbappe as a pacey striker. Sometimes Benzema can drop to midfield to get the ball and pass it to Mbappe and Griezmann in the wings. So a very great team. So they can cause really great problems to Germany in this match. Now going back to Germany, Germany will be playing 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1 actually. with Neuer in goalkeeper position. Then in center back partnership, we'll be having Rudiger, Hummels, and Ginter. Hummels is a very experienced player, played with Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. Stunning of a centre back. He is a very experienced player, he and Rudiger. So beating this defense will be very, very difficult in the Euro. Then coming to the midfielders for Germany, on the on the right side we have Kimmich. In the central defending positions we have Kroos and Gundogan, and on left wing we have Gosens. Kimmich and Gosens will be playing wing back roles basically. Kimmich is absolute stunner of a player for Bayern Munich. He has been playing absolutely fantastic. He can defend, he can attack, he can provide a lot of good crosses, which can be used for scoring opportunities. And I'm believing that Joshua Kimmich will be very instrumental. He's a very good lad actually. Then coming back to Cruz long range passing is absolutely, we call him sniper because he picks the passes accurately, long range, short range, doesn't matter which passes he is providing. And Gundogan had a great season with Man City, so he will be beaming with confidence in going into the Euros. Then coming to the attacking trio, we have Thomas Muller, Havertz, and Gnabry. Gnabry has very great seasons in past 2 seasons after transferring from Arsenal to Bayern Munich, and Gnabry has been scoring very good goals. 2 years back when they beat Tottenham Hotspur 7-1, Gnabry was very instrumental player in that. So I'm hoping he will be explosive in this tournament again. Kai Havertz is a very cool-headed player, can maintain the ball position inside the box and takes the shot very coolly, cool-minded player. Hopefully, he will be celebrating a Euro success with Germany this year. And Thomas Müller, evergreen Thomas Müller, since 2010, this guy has not stopped, and hopefully, he will not stop for further few years. So, coming to the and they will be again also trying to hold on the position of the ball, and they will also try to do counter attacks or direct football, but it will be very difficult because uh, France defending lineup is very very strong. So it will be a kind of a stalemate kind of game. I will not be surprised if this game ends in a draw. Actually, I'm predicting that the game will be draw, but due to France has players who can come up with a moment of brilliance and score a goal or two, uh, there is some chance that France might be winning this game. It's a game between 2014 World Cup winner, that is Germany, and 2018 World Cup winner France. So it's a cracker of the game. Uh, Absolutely fantastic game it will be, and hopefully we will be able to see a lot of goals if possible. Otherwise, we will be seeing a stalemate with a lot of technical football in this game. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned.